Thousands of dock workers are poised to walk off the job this week as their union and U.S. Maritime Alliance remain at an impasse in negotiations. In a statement Sunday night, the International Longshoremen's Association said a strike would shut down ports along the East and Gulf coasts starting on Tuesday. The work stoppage is expected to involve 14 ports and roughly 25,000 workers. It would also mark the first coastwide port strike since 1977. The biggest demands from the union include a 77% pay increase over 6 years. Members also want a guarantee that automated technology will not replace human jobs. CBS News senior transportation correspondent Kris Van Cleave joins us now. Kris, how would this affect the supply chain, and how soon might the average consumer feel the effects of this strike?
Well, John, good to be with you. The supply chain implications really will depend on how long a strike would go. For reference, the 1977 strike lasted 12 days. The experts we've talked to said that businesses have seen this strike coming for some time. Negotiations have essentially been largely stalled since June, so businesses have been bringing in additional inventory the last couple of months, basically in advance of what they expect will be a strike. What you'll see first, if this drags on more than a few days, perishable items like fruits and vegetables, things you can't really stockpile for too long, those will be impacted first. And then things like car parts, construction materials, some of the things that we were talking about back when the Port of Baltimore was closed because of the bridge collapse, those things would start to run dry. But that's when we're talking 3 weeks, 4 weeks down the line. The most immediate place consumers would see something would be things like bananas and fruit, things that have to be brought in that can spoil.
So here's something that struck me as weird. East Coast and Gulf Coast dock workers earn a base pay of $39 an hour after 6 years. On the West Coast, the number's $55 an hour. Why is there such a massive difference between the two coasts?
Well, part of that is the West Coast longshoremen recently got a new contract. So they have seen a pay raise in recent times. So that is part of the negotiations that are ongoing here now, is to try to balance out the pay from coast to coast.
And the Biden administration says it's not going to intervene. What's the thinking behind that, and might they have to get involved after a little while?
Sure. So the Secretary of Transportation, Secretary of Commerce, they have been involved this week, certainly, in conversations with both the ports and the unions trying to encourage a deal to get done. What President Biden has said he will not do is use his legal authority to obligate the workers back on the job. The president says he doesn't. He believes in organized labor, that he believes in the right to collective bargaining, and that they have the right, if they choose to strike, to strike. Instead, what the administration is saying is that they want to see both sides come to the table and make a deal. And we heard late today from the group representing the ports saying that just today, both sides have exchanged counter-offers that, at least on the port side, they feel that they have made some progress. They're asking for the union to consider extending the agreement beyond the midnight deadline to continue negotiations. The Longshoremen's Union has not commented, and that deadline remains midnight.
Kris Van Cleave, thank you for that update.